Hello, Friendship High School. I wanted to provide this opportunity to you so we could show you the new walkthrough form we're going to be using, and rather than doing the traditional staff meeting, we've decided to do a flip session with you. So we want to go ahead and get started with this. It is very similar to the last walkthrough form we've had, except it's condensed. It's not as cumbersome as the last one. We will have, at the time of the period that we will be coming in, that will be a checkbox at the top. But with the framework, the walkthrough form aligns itself not only to the t-test instrument we're used to appraise you, but it also aligns itself to the Tigers framework. As you can see, starting at the top, the classroom environment, culture, and behavior covers the dimensions of t-test 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. And as you look to the right of that framework step, that would include teacher behavior and learner behavior. Those little boxes that you see, they are not check boxes. They're just bullets for the principles. That's what we're looking for. And we will write, when those things are evident, we will write it in the evidence box rather than doing the little check marks in the boxes. We will continue down where we have targeted instruction. Again, you have the teacher behavior and the learner behavior, and you'll have that all the way down the page. You have t-test elements 1.1 and 2.2 to the Tigers framework on the targeted behavior. We're also looking at inquiry, covers t-test elements 1.3. Guide under the Tigers framework relates to t-test elements 2.3, 2.4, 3.1, and 3.2. And engage covers elements 1.4, 2.1, and 3.3. Reflection, t-test 1.2 and 2.5. And show covers elements t-test 1.2. There will be an additional box down at the bottom. There will be some lines, a comment section. And that's going to be when we have an area of concern, we will write the word refinement. Refinement is just basically an area for us to grow, that if we're needing to change something that we're doing, we may provide you a strategy or a coaching tip on something you may want to try differently. One additional thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, we talked about the essential questions as well as the I can statements. Those are standards that we'll be teaching in our classroom. When you write the essential question, I want you to remember that that is the overarching theme of maybe this particular lesson, or maybe lessons that you're going to be teaching that day and into the future. This does not necessarily need to be changed every day, but it is the overarching theme. So when you write your essential question, I'm using science as the example. How can one explain the structure, properties, and interactions of matter? When you start unpacking your standards, you make them I can statements in student-friendly language. The I can statement will, for example, will be, I will be able to tell the difference between a physical and chemical change of matter. That addresses the TEK 4A. That's going to be something new. We have unpacked the standards already. Those are things that you do in your PLCs, but I do want you to write down the TEK that it specifically addresses. Another example would be, I will be able to categorize whether a material's characteristics are extensive or intensive properties. Again, that addresses the TEK 4B in chemistry. So again, we'll write the agenda. It can be very simplistic. You put your notes, have a lab activity, we'll have a discussion about the lab activity, we'll have some guided learning, and then we'll have a closure to the lesson, as well as putting, if you have homework assigned, go ahead and write that down as well. So again, going back to the walkthrough form, this is the new walkthrough form we're going to be using. And again, we're looking for that evidence under teacher behavior as well as learner behavior, and it aligns itself again not only to t-test but to the framework that we have set up a couple of years ago. Other than that, guys, that's going to conclude our training session on the new walkthrough form and what's expected on the board. I hope you guys have a terrific day.